Hey guys, check out the next level games for all your TCG needs. Link is down below in the description of the video. Thanks guys.
What's up everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we are covering what happened at Internationals this past weekend. As you see, Limitless has already posted top 8 decks. I was on vacation this weekend, so I didn't gather the list. I think I have like 4 of the 8. Maybe I'll post them if I can find all 8, if I get around to it. If not, at least Limit has it. Also, this is the last tournament anyways that this set is legal, so it changes, right, in like 2 weeks. I don't know when it is. Whenever it is, Worlds happen. I don't know when Worlds happens. 2 months. I said 2 weeks. It's definitely 2 months. So in 2 months, we're going to have Worlds. It's going to be a whole new format, a whole new thing. So these results don't really matter, but it's still cool to look at, of course. So if you notice, we had a pretty wide variety of top 8 decks. We had Zorak Dugong, Pikachu Zekrom Tag Team, but non-GX Blacephalon. Ooh. Pikachu Zekrom Zapdos, Ultra Malamar, Zapdos by itself, Lucario Melmetal Valplume, and a Spiritomb Stunfisk, which is pretty much the only deck I didn't expect at all. But after playing Spiritomb, it is a pretty good deck. So let's start with Spiritomb Stunfisk. So the lists are on here. You can see them all. There is Spiritomb. Let's see, there it is. Good old Building Spite. Once during the turn, before you attack me, put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon and use Anguish Cry. 10. And this deck does 30 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And he also played Stunfisk. It has Rage and Thunder 30. This deck does 10 more damage to one of your bench Pokemon. And Electric Shock 30. This deck does 30 damage for each of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So it can do 150. This has damage on it, which I imagine there's probably ways to get damage on it, right? But still, I don't know the significance of Stunfisk. I obviously haven't played this deck, but I imagine it probably does, right? This deck does 30 damage for each of your Pokemon that has damage counters on it. So yeah, I imagine like, what, 180 with something or whatever. I don't know how this Stunfisk works, I'm going to be honest. But Spiritomb, I know how that works. I know how an English Cry works. Alright, there's a Buzzwole, so, you know, you can do the Sledgehammer turn. There is a Murkrow and a Hunchcrow. Hunchcrow GX is there for the rule of the night, so your opponent can attach any special energies, which is really good. There's Dedenne, a Kartana GX. It can do that Slice Off, so one thing you can do is you can Slice Off plus Murkrow GX, or you can also use Kartana GX for Blade GX, which is pretty nice. Marshadow is to let loose to disrupt, and Absol is to help get those base Pokemon 1 more energy. There's Electro Power. Ooh, that means Stunfisk can do a lot more damage. A damage mover is how you get damage from one Pokemon to another. So you Stunfisk can do the maximum damage. So I guess that's what you're doing. You're Electric Trapping 150 with Choice Band 180. There's a Black Market, so your Spiritombs, you know, when they take a knockout, they take 1 less price card. There's Shrine of Punishment, so the GX EX is taking more damage. It's a very interesting deck, right? I think it ended up losing to the eventual winner. But still very interesting, right? Damage move the damage around. Electric Power, you have the Katana to, you know, take off energies, which is pretty cool. Combine that with the Hunchcrow to help you beat the Zorak matchups if you can. I think Zorak is what he said is a bad matchup. Don't quote me on that. I haven't really looked into it too much, but still, very interesting deck for sure. 7th place is going to be Preston Ellis playing his Lucario deck. Just a straight up kind of like, I'm just going to, you know, kind of mill you out. We're playing 1 double color, it's 1 counter energy, and that's it. We're playing Valplume, which makes it where basic Pokemon can't attack. Lucario, Melmetal, gonna make it where, you know, just have a bunch of HP. That's pretty much it. Full Metal Wall makes it where you take 30 less damage as well. There is a Lapras, I guess, for the Hydro Pump. I guess this could help for, like, the Arcanine. You can, like, probably one-shot an Arcanine with this, and that can help you out. And then you can use Valplume with the game from there. 1 Bronzor Bronzong. Bronzong has Heat Proof. For all damage done to Pokemon by attacks your opponent's Fire Pokemon. Oh, my goodness. There is a Bronzong that has... I didn't even know this was a card, but I guess that's how you beat your fire decks. And an Unknown hand. I think he probably... I can't remember if he said it was his that he didn't use it. But there's a bunch going on here. There's a bunch of different stuff happening. There's a bunch of different supporter cards. You can just look at them and see. I'm not the biggest fan of mill decks, so I can't really help you that well with this one, unfortunately. But there's a lot going on here still. Preston Ellis has been killing. I think he's been like in every top 8 almost. Like, can we see how well he's done this year? Let's see. Pull him up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, 9th, 24th, 6th, and 7th. He's doing it this year. He is getting it. For like what? Yeah, third, ninth, sixth, and seventh. Oh my goodness, what is happening? That's a great record right there. Won $5,000 supposedly. Yeah, look about right. But still, congratulations. That is insane. Magnus playing his straight Zapdos deck. I didn't expect Zapdos to be that big. I did hear some hyping on it, but it's just Zapdos. You know, let's see what else he played. He played in the Haligo, 1/1 Strip Striker, the Let Loose. Looks like just kind of a straight up kind of, just a straight up Jirachi deck. Nothing too crazy that I see on top of my head. Yeah, I mean, it's just a straight, maybe 2 Buzzwolves wouldn't count that kind of crazy, but I really don't, right? Buzzwolves really good. Yeah, we're just playing consistent Zapdos, and I guess you do have I think you do have a good Reshizard matchup. Don't quote me on that, but I think you do because you're like this non-GX Pokemon, and you can 2-shot the Reshizard. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? And then you have Tapu Koko GX. So, like, if your one Zapdos takes a knockout, then Tapu Koko GX just uses a GX stack and take a knockout that way. You win games that way, I guess. Yeah. I mean, not much to say, unfortunately, about Zapdos. I mean, it's a good deck, and then they made top 8. Martin Janaus. I haven't heard of Martin's name in a long time. Has he done anything else this year? I mean, am I way out of it? No, he hasn't really, but fantastic player. I haven't heard his name, like I said, in a second, but playing straight Malamar, Ultra Necrozma. Oh, but a Gengar Mimikyu. Ooh, yes, with the Horror House and the Poltergeist. Very nice. Playing a lot of Erica's Hospitalities here. You usually don't see that too much in a deck, so that's very cool to see in this list. Outside of that, it looks pretty, we've got the Viridian Forest to help us find the metals. Ultra Necrozma is going to blow somebody up with Photon Geyser. Giratina is a good non-GX attacker. Jirachi's going to help you set up with a Stellar Wish. Let's see, we're playing 4 Switch. We're playing just 1 Skateboard, though. Just 1. That's fine. 3 Guzma. But yeah, there's a pretty... the spicy thing about this list, you can definitely say that Gengar Mimikyu GX, Tapu Lele's not spicy. Don't click that card. So far, only 1 Dedenne I've seen out of the 4 decks. But here we go into top 4. Playing, looking at Diego. Diego's, I think, has done great as well this year. Let's look at Diego's player card. I love that you can do this limitless. You just jump on and... Okay, so Diego hasn't, he's got 31st, 9th, and 4th. And I guess he got 10th and 16th and 13th. And yeah. That's yeah. If you don't know, former world champion Diego. If you didn't know, so that's why it's a big deal. If you don't know that. But yeah, we're playing a Pikachu Zekrom deck. I guess you could say it's more like a Zapdos, but it's definitely more toolboxy, right? You got the Pikachu Zekrom with the full blitz and tag bolt. Got the Zapdos in there. Nothing too, maybe the 2 Dedenne, but even then, that's not really spicy. That's just what we play now. There is the 1 electromagnetic radar to find your electric Pokemon. An Ether Paradise Conversation. That's pretty interesting. It's a card you really don't see too much, but I think this does help it against Charizards, so they can't one-shot you if they can't get rid of your stadium. That seems pretty cool. There's probably some other reasons as well why it's in there, but that's a card we really haven't seen in Lightning decks. Besides that, everything else pretty straightforward. That's pretty cool. So next up is Nathaniel. I haven't heard this name. Don't hate me if I don't know, but we were playing Basafleon, just a straight up Basafleon for him. Okay, okay, I got you. So this is the guy who made, got 6th at Origins and got 3rd. I don't know how many points that is. I remember people are saying, if he wins or gets 2nd place, he gets his invite off just 2 tournaments. So just 2 tournaments alone with Basafleon, he got 6th and 3rd place. So he knows... If you're looking for a Basafleon deck, this is probably the best deck you can see, right? It's probably the best list you can see. It's from Nathaniel. Like I said, I haven't heard of his name really that much, but I mean, he definitely did, right? There's a Lusamine in there, which is something we haven't seen too much, but you can only play this card if your opponent has exactly 3 prize cards remaining. Prevent all damage done to your Ultra Beast by attacks during your opponent's next turn, which, I mean, of course, if you look, Basafleon is an Ultra Beast, so if you can make it where Lusamine comes out at the right time, this could definitely swing the matchup in your favor, right? And is this one play? No, I don't see it. I heard some people playing Lieutenant Surge. If you get Lieutenant Surge, Lusamine, Prism, and then something else, you're good to go. One build analysis, which could help because you are so reliable on like the greens and welders and stuff like that. So maybe that can help you find some stuff if needed. But yeah, 4 Poke Gear, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Fire Curse, and 4 Fire Flint. We're just playing a super consistent Bustafion deck. 1 GX for that Burst GX, most likely. I feel that's what it's there for. Burst Burn is cute to start with. And then Victini, which has the Infinity attack. This deck does 20 damage each base each card in your discard pile. They shuffle those cards back into your deck. So yeah, out of nowhere, you can do a ton of damage with Infinity. So that's really cool. So yeah, the very unique deck so far. And then in the finals, we have Emery. I think that's how you say his name. I'm sorry, I apologize. But we're looking at a Pikachu Zekrom deck, and it has a bunch of stuff in here. There's a Raikou in here, which we haven't really seen before. The Booming Thunder 30. It's actually a lightning from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. We are playing double Marshadow for the Let Loose. We're playing a Wobbuffet to shut down Prism Stars. We haven't seen this card in a long time either. The Race Set Hold Marshadow, as well as the other Marshadow. This is something we haven't seen in the Pikachu Zekrom decks. 2-0 Aura, which is really nice. You have this non-GX attacker that can help you, especially against this new Naganadel stuff. And we'll go to that second what I'm talking about, but this could definitely help you in that matchup for sure. 2 Electromagnetic Radar. But yeah, it's just say, hey, we're this big lightning kind of toolbox deck, and we are going places. So, no Jirachi. We're still playing Zapdos, so it definitely still has Zapdos in it. But yeah, no Jirachi. We're just playing like, hey, we're just playing Dedenne and Pikachu Zekrom, Zero War, Zapdos. We're just playing this really toolboxy deck. And like I said, the Raikou is definitely something new. The Marshadow is something new. Wobbuffet is something that people did include in the deck, but then definitely took it away. So yeah, congratulations. It's fantastic getting second place. But overall, number 1 was Zorak Dugong. And I know going into, Worlds, I said, hey, if I was going, I would play Zorak Persian. And so we were, not, our list wasn't 100% the same, but I'm still happy that Zorak won. It was the last regional standard event that Zorak could play in, and I'm happy that Stefan won back-to-back as well. So he's now joined Toured as the only people to win back-to-back internationals. Not internationals, but I guess to claim a title back-to-back. I think he's the only person as well to won multiple internationals. No, I don't know my facts very well, obviously. But our buddy Zorak, Dugong, Persian, Poipole, Naganadel, Ditto, Lulumug, Tapu Lele, Dedenne, Mew, Benchbearer Mew, Marshadow, Giratina, Distortion Door. There's a lot going on here. It's a very toolboxy Zorak deck. And the best way to describe it is just watch his matches. I think he's in the finals and top 4. For sure, there's a Tate and Liza, which I think I would never see in a deck. Only 3 Ultra Ball, which you think would be crazy. We play 24 Pokemon, so maybe not. 1 Field Blower, 1 Pal Pad, no Stadium card. No Stadium card at all. 4 DC and 4 Triple Acceleration. We're maximizing our damage output. The Naganadel GX is really nice because now you have the Stinger GX. Both players shuffle their prize cards into the decks. Then each player puts 3 cards of their deck face down as their prize cards. And what this does is, let's say everybody gets Pikachu Zekrom, right? You smack a Pikachu Zekrom in the face and then take a knockout, and then they take another knockout or something. Well, if you can damage one of the Pikachu Zekroms very heavily, and then you Stinger GX them, and then you can make it where all you have to do is knock out that Pikachu Zekrom GX and win the game that way. And that's something very cool with this deck now, because you have this GX Pokemon that can swing it to where your opponent has 3 prize cards left, and then you can abuse their tag team GX and kind of win that way. So a very interesting take on Naganadel GX that we really haven't seen before, and I imagine we'll start seeing inclusions of this Naganadel. I don't know if it rotates. I haven't looked at rotation yet, but if it doesn't rotate, I imagine we're going to see more Naganadel going into Worlds because of that Stinger GX. And Stefan kind of did a thing that nobody really saw. Hey, we're going to make it where, it's fine if they get ahead, if they got out 2 prize cards. We're going to Stinger GX them, they take a knockout, then you Guzman take a knockout on them, and then you win the game because now you knock out 1 tag team Pokemon. So that's something very unique that we have not seen, and I'm excited that we did see that. Besides that, we're playing Dugong over Slowking. He loves his Dugong, so I'm not going to question that at all. Muck is still fantastic. You need this for a bunch of matchups. 4 Nest, 4 Communication. Only 3 Ultra Ball, like I said. Definitely something interesting. 4 Lily, 3 Guzma, 2 Judge. The double Judge is very nice against the stall decks. But there we go. There's top 8 decks from International. So like I said, Next up is going to be Worlds. I think it's in August something. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But we have this big gap now, and I have to kind of find out what we're going to do between the gap, right? I have some ideas, but even then, I'm waiting for the new set to come out. So it's going to be a little while, but don't you worry. I'll have some ideas pop into my head, and I will definitely cover them. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If there's anything interesting that you saw at Internets, let me know down below. I unfortunately never watched any of the streams, so we're going to watch some of the streams this week just to hang out and stuff. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow for another expanded deck. Alrighty. Bye.